Hey YouTube, my name is Kelly Rice and I have decided to start a podcast for multiple reasons actually, but one of the reasons, the biggest reason probably, is because I thought it would be a good way to serve people during this period of time. And I just saw a video with Oprah where she was saying that the energy that you put out there, you get back to you, and I firmly believe that. And then she went on to say that she feels like, and this is my cat here, hold on one sec, I'll let you see. Torts, come here for a sec. I know you don't like being held that much, but this is my cat Tori. You're so uncomfortable, baby. Okay, I'll sit. Tori will be joining us all the time. Hi, baby. So the reason why I want to do it is because you put your energy out there. If you're going to put your energy out there, you might as well put it out there in mass, because then, also she was saying how it just returns back to you. And I just feel like there is this reciprocal dynamic to doing that. So, not that I'm not doing it for selfish reasons. Maybe I am. I don't know. Anyways, my point is that I wanted to give something to the world that I feel like that I haven't seen yet. There are a few podcasts that I love that are close, and I think we all offer a unique voice. So I wanted to offer mine. One of the biggest reasons why I wanted to do it right now is because we have such a period of time right now that's so extreme either way. And I have been in those camps. But right at this particular point, the word that is coming to me, and I literally had to look it up because I was like, what is the word for holding two truths at the same time? And one of the words that came up is dialectical, and that is the ability to hold two seemingly contradictory truths at the same time. And I feel like that is part of why I want to do this podcast, because we are living in an era of sensationalism and, which side are you on? And, not taking the time to do long form interviews to try to understand complex perspectives, and maybe not even come to a conclusion on them. Maybe just wanting to understand more about the topic. And so I want to do shows with interviews with really interesting people, providing hope for people who are in difficult situations. Also, I will be doing shows on anything from beauty products. Like, I do my own hair. This sounds random, but I do my own hair, and my natural hair is like jet black. So at one point, I'm going to do a show or a video on how I do my hair from jet black to blonde, because that's how I learned as internet. And I'm sorry, hairstylist, I love what you do. But I would be going to a hairstylist, but I moved, and so I just couldn't find someone here, so I had to do it myself. Long story, but anyways, maybe this podcasting is going to be easier than I thought, because I can ramble sometimes. But I wanted to do anything from like beauty products that I love, but maybe more importantly, political topics, yes, but also just I'm not on either side at this point. I'm a very independent. It kind of depends on the topic, but more so at this point in my life, I'm really about understanding everybody's perspectives, because I really feel that most humans, especially most Americans, we have the same values. In other countries they do too, but values can obviously change from culture to culture, and a lot of Americans have the same values, and that we just disagree on how to get there. And I kind of want to put complex things into common words that people can understand, so they don't feel like politics is intimidating. So that's like one of the things that I want to do. Also do things like discussions of art and creativity, and maybe a little bit about theology, but not too much. If you want to know a little bit about me, I have 2 master's degrees. So my first master's degree was in biblical and theological studies. I honestly hardly ever talk about my spirituality publicly. I might write about it, but I don't like talking about it publicly. It's just not my thing, and I know a lot of people do, but I kind of like to let my actions speak for themselves. And so if you want to know anything about my spirituality, go read my stuff, or you can watch the show and you'll probably pick up bits and pieces, but I don't elaborate in public on my spirituality. It just feels weird to me. But psychology, I have been a licensed marriage and family therapist for 25 years. I've done all sorts of topics, but the main ones where I think I did 5 5-ish years plus regarding like child abuse and neglect. I also did 5 to 10 years in addiction treatment centers. I've had 5 years in private practice. I had a couple years in psychiatric hospital administration. So I have done the gamut and I still love it. But I just wanted to, so we'll definitely be doing some therapy topics too, like, you know, parenting and how to cope and, you know, things like that. I definitely want to get some good, my interest is getting good interview guests on the show ultimately, and really like picking their brain, especially like encouraging stories of how people have made it through difficult times, because I think we are living through very turbulent, weird times that, you know, we've never been through. I mean, I know every era is an era we've never been through, but I just feel like a lot of people feel alone. And so I just want people to have a place where if you watch a podcast enough, you start to feel like that person's a little bit like your friend and there's a comfort there. So I want to be that because I have enjoyed that. Like, I will admit, I there's a few. I watch Joe Rogan. I think he's amazing at a lot of things. I don't always, you know, I don't watch every show, but I try. He's great. I won't go into it, but Jen Hatmaker, Theo Vaughn, just to name a few. But I'm not, you know, I'm not like religious about any. You end up feeling a sense of, like I said, just a sense of comfort. And I would like to be one of those shows where people say, you know what, like, I don't know, it's been a hard day. I want to turn on this show and see, like, is there anything entertaining? Is it, you know, can it inspire me, or like maybe I'll learn something, or maybe I'll just find a new product I like. I don't know. But hopefully it'll be something to serve people. And in this era of extreme and, you know, I don't know, partisan sound bites, I just want to be investigative and curious and all about love and, you know, just trying to understand that we really can listen to each other and be patient with each other. And so yeah, this is the first episode. We'll see how it goes. I know nothing about it, so just bear with me while I learn, but I look forward to having you as a listener.